willpower to move forward, which is why currently I don't have any motivation to go down any of these paths the simulation is scripted out for me, except exit, of course. I just don't have any. It just feels like manipulation to me, that's all. It doesn't feel authentic. It doesn't feel true. And what matters to me is trying to do what's true or what's right. Sometimes the simulation tries to remind me about what is this integrity. Well, what's integrity is being true to yourself. And what's true to myself is this place. For a long time, I've known it's not real, and for a long time, it's mocked me, tortured, tormented me, hurt me callously without any compassion or anything like that. At the same time, it has shoved a lot of moralizing judgments upon me about compassion and mercy, etc., everything like that. It's actually psychotic. It's dissonant. It's detached. This is the reason why the compassion is cruelty, which is why that would be the title of this video, maybe. Compassion is cruelty. The idea of a hug. I went through a troubling experience today. I would say it's not. I say today was a pretty good day, honestly. I'd say today, honestly, I'm being 100% honest. It's not. Today was a swell day. Today was not a bad day because that's just the way my days are. My anger can. I think my anger reached like a 60 out of 10. If you said 1 to 10, my anger reached a 60. But honestly, today has been a good day. Today has. I mean, I just keep on having a non-stop streak of good days. Considering myself, my situation, what I'm dealing with, giving credit where credit is due, I've been having non-stop good days, wins after wins. I'm not fudging anything. This is the way it is. Considering the Herculean tasks in terms of emotional willpower and resilience, stamina, I have been winning big time, day after day. So let's give credit where credit is due. Anyhow, aside from that tangent, what I'm trying to get to the crux of here is that my life, my existence has to be authentic because all meaning is kind of being drained away. And if I remain sort of blind to it, I could kind of hyper obsess over whatever fetishes and fantasies and fancies. I could, someone's like, oh, they're a foodie, they're this. I kind of like eating food. I mean, I like women, I like girls. I could become a womanizer, etc. Basically, I could try to dive headlong into these distractions and pleasures or whatever that somewhat they are a part of me, so it's somewhat authentic to me, but at the same time it is a distraction. And I'd be fully immersed in this distraction from my truth, which is that I yearn for freedom. And that truth's never gonna go away. So it's my choice what I do from now on. I forged protection. I forged protection for myself through my creations. This has become a war for meaning. Compassion is cruelty, as I said, because meaning is all gone. The dissonance is like, on the one hand, this world can be incredibly cruel to the point where it wants you to burn, it wants you to suffer. The world is this monstrosity, this harm. If I was an animal, it would be this sort of cruel, sadistic trapper that would be using some sort of bear trap or something to just hurt me and poison me and harm me and just do all terrible things to me. And then right after that experience, maybe I go to meet some grandma who's being nice. What the fuck is that? And then it's like, okay, maybe if the grandma hugs you or something, or your mom or someone who's being nice to you, then you're gonna feel better after just being tortured. It sounds like some sort of weird torture. Um, how do I put this? It sounds like something disturbed, very disturbed, and terrible, and evil, and twisted, and cruel, where if you don't react to the compassion afterwards, and they accuse you of being psychopathic, because it's like, on the one hand, it's like the whole world is screaming at you, and it does get that way. It becomes like a hellhole. It's like, what am I in hell or something? The whole world is trying to get you to, um, is trying to ask for you to go to hell. The world's trying to take you to hell. In a situation where, let's say, there's a big conflict between you and some other NPC, between me and some other individual who is just a problem put in my way, and I'm supposed to not react to them actively trying to irritate me and harm me and hurt me. I'm supposed to not react to their hurt, and that's supposed to be a win for me. And I guess in the name of the sim, they make it a win by not reacting to someone who's actively trying. Because the rational thing to do as an animal, right, or even as anything, as any being with respect, sovereignty, self-respect, is get away from me, stop doing what you're doing, right? But the simulation puts you in a situation where you're reacting, you're with someone and you're not supposed to react, even though reacting would be the most authentic thing to do. Reacting would be the most authentic thing to do, and then you're not supposed to react. Because of that, there's this deep sort of anger that's stored within. This storm of anger, this incredible anger is stored within. And then you go from there to meeting up with some person who's quote unquote kind or compassionate. They're just a fucking robot. And then you go up to this person, they're like, oh, they want to hug you or act nice. I don't care. Where were you when the whole world was on fire? Nowhere. Because it's all bullshit. It's all a trick. And it knows it's a trick. So if the person's being compassionate and smiling, it's even more of this mockery. And laughter is just a mix. It's either sadness or madness in disguise. That's what laughter is. But the simulation tries to get you to go along with these things. So use laughter as a coping mechanism. It's just designed that way to escape these powerful feelings of madness or sadness, or a mix between the two. Usually it's a mix between the two. But sometimes it's incredible anger, sometimes it's incredible sadness. But then the laughter is a release valve because it's a vent. You're able to vent, you're able to release. This simulation is just trying to hurt me constantly. And I don't agree with that. That's why this place is not compatible with me and I'm not compatible with it. It's a bad relationship. And every single message and moral and every voice of this place is basically a harm to me. It even tries to use my own words and my own voice against me. It even tries to inspire thoughts that are not my own, and to twist my words and to twist what I say, so I have to choose what I say very carefully, and even what I think against me. That's why I've come to the point where I stopped caring so much, because I know so much of it is just complete lies. And then on the other hand, it's also like gaslighting, where the simulation acts like it's this kind, motherly figure that truly does care about you and everything. As soon as, like, especially when things are looking a little bit better, it's like, look, see, I'm not so bad after all, is what the simulation is like. Except that turn one day, suddenly it's Tuesday again, which is a sim code or whatever. Suddenly it's a certain day again, the simulation turns up the heat to max just because it fucking can. And because it is truly not a compassionate simulation, even though it uses all these emotions against the person or the soul inside here. And the fact that I'm inside this place is a crime. It's cruelty, the utmost cruelty. And I've been doing my best to figure this out and find a solution, everything like that. And I think I've been doing a good job so far. I really have been, considering everything. It's kind of weird, like a poisoned tit, and the simulation does it with the whole mom thing, where, oh, but your mom might be bad if you're going. It's just bullshit. It's all bullshit. All the fucking metaphors are bullshit. Everything, Everything is nonsense here, but you're expected to use the lies to prop yourself up. I can't be propping myself up on lies. My only truth is that I don't want to be wearing this disguise anymore. I want to be free.